Hello, everybody. Can you hear me well? I was having a little technical issues and I got late. I'm working on a different laptop right now. That's why. Can you hear me? All good? Really excited to get connected with you today. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello. So let's get started. Okay. Albert Einstein famously used the term spooky action at a distance to describe quantum entanglement. This is a phenomenon in quantum physics where... Hello, everybody. I'm just looking at the messages. Hello, everybody. This is a phenomenon in quantum physics where particles become so deeply connected that the state of one, no matter how far apart they are, instantly influences the state of another. So quantum entanglement is a phenomenon in quantum mechanics where two or more particles become correlated in such a way that the state of one particle is dependent on the state of another, regardless of distance. Now, we have all experienced such a phenomenon. It is as simple as that you think of a person and instantly that person thinks of you and they happen to call you. This is not by chance. This happens often, especially when you're really close to someone. This always happens between me and my husband, with my children, with my mom, people that you're close with. And this is a perfect example of quantum entanglement. That is why I always tell people that the moment you think of a person, call them, because for some reason you might have thought of them and they were probably just thinking about you as well. But how can we use our quantum technology and what applications can we use? We'll be going into that a little bit later because I want to go over some very significant, topics around that and the theory behind subspace and quantum entanglement and this phenomenon and our intentions and how all this is interrelated and how it works. First of all, we all know that our devices are medical, neurological, quantum biofeedback devices, and they measure, receive, and they send electrical waves for brainwave training, stress reduction, muscle re-education. However, this application is always when a person is in harness. Having a person out of harness at a distance is not biofeedback, right? It's not bioresonance. It's having a person out of harness is quantum spiritual feedback without the bio. It's spiritual feedback, not biofeedback, right? This is an important distinction that everyone should understand. Without the harness, and not having any physical connection to our device, our amazing system works on a quantum entanglement level, connecting, measuring from a distance, while also sending waves to influence from a distance. This is quantum spiritual feedback using quantum entanglement phenomena. Okay. Einstein did have some reservations back then, but however, numerous experiments have been done over the years, starting with John Bell's work in 1960, and later having confirmed that quantum entanglement is a real, verifiable phenomenon. These experiments have shown that entangled particles do indeed affect each other and affect each other's states instantaneously, over large distances. When we're talking about quantum feedback, this involves measuring a quantum system from a distance with our device, processing the measurement information, and then using this information to send the waves and communication to our recipient for a desired outcome, depending on what that is. So the basics of quantum feedback or spiritual training or subspace training or quantum entanglement is, first of all, the quantum measurement. This is the first step where certain properties of our recipient is measured. We do this with our amazing technology and our device. Quantum measurement is unique because it can alter the state of the recipient measured instantly, a phenomenon known as wave function collapse. I know and have experienced this many times with people. The minute I begin their measurement through calibration, that instant, they know that I have already started. It's really, truly amazing, especially if I've been working with these people quite some time. They start understanding the minute I put them on. It's amazing, no matter the distance. I could be here in Greece and they could be in the United States, or they can be in England or whatever, you know. Then we have quantum dynamics. The feedback mechanism in our recipient must account for quantum dynamics, and this means that they become more powerful and more sensitive to the quantum field the more that you work with them. However, there are some challenges when you are working subspace, okay? And one is called decoherence. This is when the entangled people or persons are fragile and can be easily disrupted by interactions with their environment, okay, such as through electromagnetic fields emitted by electronic devices, you know. We're living in a world with a lot of technology, okay, and these fields and electromagnetic fields disrupt the process, and this is called decoherence. So overcoming decoherence is a major challenge in harnessing quantum entanglement. This is one reason why I personally prefer doing subspace work from a distance overnight, so as to build the momentum. I have the time, like an 8-hour therapy being sent to them on subspace, and I have the strength of the signals being sent with less electromagnetic disruption or decoherence going around, okay? Less interruptions. So we have better communication. So at the end, we have better results this way, rather than just a 2-hour session during the day where there's a lot of interruption. So, you know, this way they wake up and they're revitalized and fresh, and they do feel the difference. Of course, sometimes you do need to do some work because someone really needs you at that specific time. There's no other time. You know, it always depends on the situation, especially if someone really needs you at that specific moment. Something is better than nothing, and it does do something, even a 2-hour session. But in general, I'm just saying, I do prefer to gain momentum and have less external interference and have better results through, you know, subspace work and overnight work. Another challenge is also the speed of the feedback. The speed at which feedback must be applied in our recipient should be incredibly high due to the rapid pace at which quantum states can evolve. The good thing is that our newer devices work at very high speeds, and this overcomes this challenge. Another challenge is measurement precision. Quantum measurements can be probabilistic, and the precision of these measurements can limit the effectiveness of feedback control. But having said this, technological advances has helped overcome this challenge, as well as our newer and latest devices, which incorporates noise reduction and the speed, thus increasing the precision and measurement process at a quantic level. In this webinar of quantum subspace or entanglement, we need to also consider the quantum field and our intentions, which plays a critical role. Remember, our quantum therapies are threefold. It's you as a user of your device, which, you know, you have specific intentions that you want to incorporate, your insight, your experience that you bring into the session. We have our amazing technology, our device, and then we have our recipient who must also accept what we're measuring and sending back to them. So it's threefold. It's a triangle. It's you, it's the device, and it's the recipient. And all three play an important role in doing the therapy, either with harness or in subspace. So the notion of quantum field and intentions includes the concepts quantum field theory, otherwise known as QFT, which describes and predicts the interactions of particles and fields and having energy and momentum, like the electromagnetic field or the scalar field. Okay, and also the concept of quantum field consciousness, which suggests that our intentions influence or manifest physical realities. Now, there is scientific criticism, and it's very important to note that these ideas are not all supported by mainstream science, right? Quantum mechanics at its core deals with probabilities and does not suggest that human thought, like the intentions, can change outcomes in observed macroscopic worlds. That's why, on this note, with intentions, we're dealing more on a spiritual level and not on a scientific level. It remains outside the scope of empirical science. So in science, any claims about the influence of human conscious on quantum fields would require rigorous experimentation and validation, something that hasn't yet occurred scientifically. Okay, so the role of intentions in therapy are considered powerful and spans over several disciplines, including psychology, counseling, alternative healing practices like our quantum spiritual feedback applications. Spiritual healing at a distance is also referred to as distance healing. It's a practice rooted in the belief that healing energy can be transmitted across space and time, just like I explained in the beginning about quantum entanglement. The fundamental premise of distance healing are interconnected through non-physical dimensions, what might be termed as spiritual, energetic, or quantum connections. Now, one of our main modalities making our technology even stronger is our new quantum prayer. Okay, I'm going to be showing you this just in a few minutes. It's amazing. Spiritual traditions across the globe utilize prayers to send blessings, thoughts, intentions to others who may not be physically present. Our inventor, Professor Desiree Dubonnet, has designed a new, extra strong add-on quantum prayer, which is totally amazing, creating an even stronger effect on your intentions for subspace quantum work. So I'll be showing you this in just a minute. Even if you have CLASP 32, Pulsar, QX, whatever software you have or device, whatever it is, this add-on can be installed independently, and it works because it works totally independent from your software. You can contact Professor Desiree Dubonnet directly for more information on this, or you can visit Quantum Medical at our site, at our shop, and purchase this add-on. It's a new edition and can be incorporated, as I said, with all the devices. I have personally noticed the stronger results using this add-on. And as I said, it's totally independent from which device or software you're using. So it's not part of any software. It's a standalone, and it's much more powerful. Peter just noted the shop, so you can go in there and check it out. Thank you, Peter. Some ethical considerations that you'll be needing to understand, and when you're doing quantum subspace healing, practitioners of distance healing need to emphasize the importance of obtaining the consent of the recipient, respecting their privacy and autonomy. Ethical practice also involves providing realistic expectations and not discouraging traditional medical treatments, since we are dealing with spiritual healing. You know, ethical practices is something that we also cover in the technician course. And it's very important in proper professionalism. Okay, so we need to understand this as well. Distance healing remains a deeply spiritual practice that resonates with many individuals seeking comfort, healing, connections in times of need. While not supported by mainstream science, it plays a significant role in the lives of its practitioners and recipients, offering a form of support that transcends physical boundaries. For those who believe, distance healing provides a meaningful and impactful way to contribute to the well-being of others, regardless of the physical distance. And it is important for those who believe. As I mentioned previously, subspace therapies is threefold. All three play a role. You as a therapist, the device, but also the recipient. The recipient must believe. Otherwise, just won't work. They need to accept the therapy. Remember, humans, like many other organisms, emit both magnetic and electrical fields that are the electrical particles that I mentioned in the beginning with the phenomena, the entanglement phenomena. These are inherent properties of living cells and tissues. Let's take a look at the human body's magnetic and electrical fields before we go into the nitty-gritty. Cellular activity. The cellular activity of every cell in the human body generates electrical charges. For example, nerve cells transmit signals by generating electrical impulses, such as action potentials. They travel along the neurons and communicate information. Then we have the muscle contraction. Electrical signals are crucial for muscle contraction. Nerve impulses cause muscles to contract, which is an electrical process at its core, involving the movement of ions across cellular membranes. Heart function. The heart is a significant source of bioelectricity in the human body. The electrocardiogram, ECG, is a widely used medical test that measures the electrical activity of the heart to access its health and functionality. Then we have magnetic fields in our body. We have the magnetocardiography, MCG, which is similar to the ECG, but the MCG measures the magnetic field produced by the electrical activity in the heart. These fields are extremely subtle and can be measured with very sensitive instruments, like our quantum fields, our quantum devices. Brain activity. The brain also generates magnetic fields, which are studied using magnetoencephalography, MEG. MEG tracks any tiny magnetic fields produced by neural activity, providing a non-invasive method to study the brain function. So as you understand, scientists need to evaluate with distinct measurable data through measurements. It has been measured that the electromagnetic field of the heart can be measured 5 feet radius of the person. Even though we can say that when we feel the love of a person, no matter what the distance is, right? They can be here and my daughter in England, and she feels that I'm thinking about her. She knows that I love her, okay? But scientists need to have measurement. And they have measured the radius of the electromagnetic radius of the heart is 5 feet. So that's the difference between spiritual quantum entanglement phenomenon and scientific research. Scientists need precise measurements. Advanced technologies and methodologies are always continuously developing and improving the accuracy and applicability of measurements. So more and more, we see scientists more open to the quantum entanglement phenomenon because of this, because of our, development. The idea of sending intentions to the universe is a concept deeply embedded in various spiritual and metaphysical traditions. This practice is based on the belief that individual thoughts and intentions can influence the external world, aligning circumstances, events with one's desires or goals. This concept, for instance, is understood with the law of attraction, for instance. This is perhaps the most well-known theory underlying the idea of sending intentions to the universe. It suggests that by focusing on a positive or negative thought, one can bring positive or negative experiences to their lives. This law is based on like attracts like, and by emitting, it's the magnetic field. So, if you're magnetizing this frequency, you're attracting it. So if you're emitting a frequency of thought or emotion, one attracts circumstances that match that frequency. Then there's the consciousness and connectivity concept. There is a belief in some spiritual circles that all consciousness is interconnected and that intentions can travel through this network of consciousness to manifest outcomes. This view holds that the universe operates like a consciousness matrix, responding to vibrations and energies emitted by individual thoughts and intentions. I'm mentioning this because we can incorporate this within our therapy. Okay, so and I will be showing you. In order to implement these theories and foundations, we have meditation, okay, which our technology helps us, assist us in getting into the mode of meditation. We can use affirmations because the frequency of words have amazing holo-linguistic effects, and energies of intentions make them more powerful. So we're able to send affirmations on a quantic level through our technology. And then we also have some symbols incorporated in our technology as well as intentions. We go through that in our specialist course, some symbols. So let's start. I'm sure you're all eagerly awaiting. Okay, so let me get here a little organized. So let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the new quantum prayer by Desiree Dubonnet that I absolutely love, okay, that I mentioned earlier. So, it works like, I should be not showing, we have a privacy here and we shouldn't be showing the patient name, but, I could put myself here. Or no, I am going to create us as a group, the special webinar group for quantum entanglement. Okay, I'm going to put all of us here. Birthplace. Well, I'll put Athens because since I'm here, Greece. Okay, birth date today is the 4th and the 19th and 2024, and city again, Athens. Okay, and we can put our phone number, what have you, save. Okay, so we have us, and I could add, I could use this prayer here that I have. And it's all the other special prayers that our inventor, Professor Desiree Dubonnet, has put in and has made it so strong. Okay. So, okay, I'm assigning us here. And add prayer and close. Okay, and okay, it's the same concept a little bit as the older quantum prayer, but it is stronger. It has other modalities built in. And let me just show you some difference. For instance, the Organi field, you can put some beautiful thoughts here. And having said that, let me put what I want to put. Hold on just one moment. Bear with me. Because of my technical issue in the beginning, I wanted to have all this open. Okay. I have my little cheat sheets. My little cheat sheets here. One moment. Okay, there it is. I have my little cheat sheets with my affirmations. So let me put a beautiful affirmation for all of us here. Positive vibrations surround me, surround us all. We are all protected. Okay, we are at balance and at peace. Okay. We emit love and positivity. Okay. How's that? So we have sound therapy here. Oh, did I click the Organi field? Let me click the Organi field and send that out. We have the sound therapies here that we can put different sounds. I'm not going to put it in because it may disrupt our video. We have the video therapy. We have beautiful videos here with burn away bad luck and bad karma. Angel protection. I like this one. Okay. And let that video play in the background. So subspace is activated. We can go to functions, and there's messages being sent to us all, okay, as a patient, but also to me as a user. Remember the triangle that we said, right? So subspace searching, we're being connected. Higher vitamin B and some jealousy going on. Okay. We'll get over that. Some space life force. Our life force is only at 37. Our life force is low. We need to get a higher vibration. So this is a first indication of what's going on, and that we need to build that life force within us, get that battery up. Remember, life force is also a matter of nutrition. Life force is those electrons and minerals that we need to, get that battery up. It's quite low, 37. Negative energy, let's check around that. No disturbance detected, which is great. Okay, and there's some prayer therapy info and courses here, and the copyright authorization by our inventor. Okay, so I could leave it here and let that run in the background, and it makes us even stronger. So let's get into the pulsar, and let's get ready. Okay, I'm just going to put myself on here, or no, I'm going to put us all, new patient, to connect with the quantum prayer that we just put. So special webinar on quantum entanglement. Okay. We are both, so I'm not putting male or female. I'm going to put today's date as a today's date birth. No, that's 4/19/2024 here in Athens. Okay, and time at 12 noon. Okay, it's actually at 9 p.m., right? Okay, save current. Okay, I'm going to leave this SOC blank, okay, and let just the quantum entanglement do its job, okay, because since I don't know all of our details. So let's calibrate. It would be great if we had a picture when we're using subspace and we're doing subspace. The picture on a quantic field works even better, I've noticed. Okay, you don't have to put it in, but it would be great if we did have a picture of our group in general. Okay, but right now I don't, so let's just, we're focusing on our intention. Calibration. So now we're going to start feeling the therapy on all of us. Instantaneously. What I explained with the quantum entanglement, that the particles here and the particles there instantly are connected. So I'm sending all of you lots of love, lots of light, all the quantum prayers. Do you want to close the calibration? Yes. And let's go into testing. So before I test, I do like to set that momentum that I was talking about, getting a head start on certain things. Like, first of all, I'd like to go into the Organi Generator and set my intention. Let's add patients. What I would do if I would work in a group, I would put all our names. But I am going to put here all participants today, actively hearing, actively being a part of our webinar. Okay, that's my intention of patients, all of you listening to us. It's 114 of us. Okay, let's put in our Organi field our intention. If you want me to put anything specific, please let me know now. Write it down and I will add it. I'll be adding here some, let me see, I feel, where's my cursor? Here. I feel safe, secure, and I live my life openly with love, light, and with love, light. I am divinely protected, okay, and cared for by angels, let's say, okay. If you wish, if you have any other ideas for other affirmations you would like me to put, I'm open right now. Now's the time. I can also put this one Angels. I have a positive vibrations surrounding me. I am protected everywhere that I go. I now release all fear and anxiety, and I am safe. Okay, I think I covered quite a bit. Just a little bit for everybody. I'll put 528 miracle frequency here. In another webinar, I also put the number 33, which is also quite, powerful in the quantum entanglement. How about for spiritual order, 982 hertz as well? Okay, that's a good one. I like to put towards infinity, 888, and spiritual harmony and interactive, and activate Organi field. Now, having said this, what I like to do is do 1 minute of Woodpecker here. And let me tell you what Woodpecker is. Woodpecker is really good, especially for hypnosis and dehypnosis. It's really good when you want to, influence in a positive way your recipient. Get them to get off any negative habits of, addiction, habits of fear, negativity, or what have you. So you're sending out the love, you're sending out good frequency, and through the 1 minute Woodpecker, this will help them accept the therapy that you're going to do on them better and with ease and with grace. I've noticed great results starting just a minute there, especially for persons who have a lot of fear and are stuck, obsessive thoughts, etc. So, I like also here to add my own prayers. Okay. Usually this note has prayers. This laptop didn't have it, but it's okay. If you can add your prayers there as well and have them in a note. Let me right now copy my intention. I press Control-C and I close it here and here, and I go to the Electr Hypnosis. I'm still gaining momentum, right? And I paste it there and I activate Electr Hypnosis. So I'm setting in that intention. It's what I was telling you beforehand in the theory that I'm sending the intention on a spiritual level, in a quantum entanglement level, and I'm preparing the base of acceptance. Okay, that's why I started also with the Woodpecker, so they can be more accepting with what I'm sending. So remember, by this method, I notice that I gain, time and momentum before testing, so that's why they really feel. I don't know if you're starting to feel anything now. If you're feeling at ease, I hope you are. I hope you're feeling the therapy that I'm sending all of us with love. So I'm going to put Electr Hypnosis to be working 90 minutes. Okay. And I close. No, sorry, I didn't do it. Electr Hypnosis. Let's go. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, sorry. So I have to do it one more time. My actions are quicker than my thinking. I had to press the activate Electr Hypnosis, and I'll show you why. Just in 1 minute. There we go. So I put this at 90 minutes. Right, and super clear subspace therapy. So that starts running. And when you close, you'll notice Electro Hypnosis running and Organi active, right? Now, at this point, you can also go to system power settings, right? And you can intensify the quantum indeterminacy field, okay? And by doing this, in our older devices, it would go up to 100. Now we have, you can even maximize, but it's okay. I would just put it here. What this does is it lowers the decoherence issues, right? Protecting the field and having more precision. Okay, so on a subspace level, yeah, you can just up it. Okay, on a subspace level. And that way, information being given and being sent is more precise, and lowering one of those challenges that I covered up in the beginning with the decoherence, issues of electromagnetic interference, etc., and environmental interference when working on a subspace level. Okay, so you can close that. And what else can we put? We can go here and we can also put this quantum prayer that we have within our device. Okay. So kind of doubling it, but you see it's a more simpler version, nothing like our new add-on that's really totally amazing. I've seen amazing results with it. And I'm sure some of you are already feeling, and I haven't really started on the main program yet. Okay, here either right now from 37, we've gone up to 68%. So this means that, some work has already been done just by this work with the Organi that I've been doing, and the new add-on of the quantum prayer. Okay, so we can also check the negative energy here. No disturbance detected. Great. And let's go. Prepare. We're ready for testing. And test. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Regular dysfunction in organ systems. Explore risk of degeneration and explore risk of metabolic error. Okay, our hydration is a little low. We should be drinking more water. Cheers. Oxygenation is good. Resistance is quite low. Amperage is borderline. Volts is good. Okay, I do see some resonant frequency pattern excitability here. Maybe some psychic pain. Something's going on there. Proton and electron pressure is quite low. We do want these. We don't the good thing is that there's not much of a difference between the proton and electron pressure here, but they are low. Isn't it? It is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And the more sensitive you are in the quantum field, in the quantic field, the more you're going to feel it. It's gaining momentum. So by the end of our therapy, I'm sure, you're going to feel relaxed, safe, and we're going to be having a beautiful, restful night. But it works. I know. That's why it's called a phenomenon. It's the spookiness. It's the spooky, energetic, the spooky effect, as Einstein was explaining. But it works. Why shouldn't it work? It should work. It is working. It's as simple as, what I said, that you think of someone and they call you. And we're sending that energy and we're feeling that energy. And it's everything is a matter of waves. If we can see all the waves, our entire room would have color, but it's invisible. And these particles are acting, and it's that quantum consciousness field. I hope you're sitting and you're not standing for your knees, Yonka. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So first of all, I've lost my cursor. Oh, here it is. Okay. First of all, I'd like to set my situation hold. Again, situation hold. What am I working on here? Look at here. Our environmental issues are most stressed, mental, a lot of thoughts, social issues, and spiritual. Well, let's work on our spiritual level, since we're talking about subspace and spiritual level and peacefulness and protection. And I have peace. I am at peace. I feel love. I feel protected. Now, I don't know if most of you know about the situation hold. The situation hold gives, by setting your intention, you could put anything in here, and the device gives you like a hint of where you need to go. Okay, so let's double click on that. So it's telling us nutritional therapy. Our situation is alive. We sent that out, but we need nutritional therapy. Remember, our first measurement with the quantum prayer, the new quantum prayer, we had a low life force, and low life force means that we need more minerals and a better nutrition. Okay, so we need to get that in our daily life. So nutritional therapy. Okay, so let's take a look. First of all, since it's telling us, there's different ways in that we can work, and I usually have a certain process that I do work. But since it's telling us nutritional therapy, let's go there. Let's go to the nutritional therapy and see what it wants to tell us. Nutritional therapy, vitamin E, vitamin A, reactions there. These are reactions. But what I see is protein digestion is more chronically reacting here, and internal enzymes. Possibly here, though, the minerals and the amino acids are borderline. So I would mostly focus on internal enzymes, minerals, and amino acids. So what I would do here is, let's go into the risk panel here. I see inflammation. I see connective tissue here. Let's, load those so they get into our body viewer. Okay, and I'm going to go into the minerals and make a report of that so that can be loaded. Remember, everything that we load in our little blue box is worked on throughout the entire therapy. So this is like a quick way, since remember what I'm doing. I'm doing subspace work, and supposedly I'm setting the ground for an all-nighter, right? So I don't need to actually work these minerals right this minute, since I work this way. If I wasn't working all night, let's say, because I'm going to be programming, at the end, I'll be programming the entire program for an all-nighter, like I said in the beginning. So I'm not specifically doing these therapies, but I'm making a report of all this. So this is being loaded, and I zap close here, and I can close here and look. Everything's loaded in my little blue box that I want for my nutritional therapy, and I load report items. I'm setting the groundwork, since it's going to be working, and I'm sending us all the minerals that we need, okay, so we can increase that life force that was low. Okay, let's go into the universal therapies, and I want to show you. Now, it mentions that our unconscious field wants the scalar therapy. Remember, that was part of the quantum fractals. And the scalar therapy is very important, like I mentioned in the theory in the beginning. And the meridian and allergy for probably the inflammation, that was our top risk. Okay, so have that in mind. What I'm going to do here is firstly do the autoscaler, and I'm going to show you something that's really interesting. Let's go through the whole thing and you'll see the process. In the meantime, let's put the second wave generator. Let's put electropod autofocus, and let's put ABS autofocus. And in the meantime, we're setting the momentum. Let's put the third eye stimulation. Okay, and do an unconscious frequency search. Third eye stimulation, it works great, especially in subspace, makes this therapy even stronger, right? So ascension, making us higher, reducing the background sounds, that environmental decoherence, electromagnetic field that's disturbing us around, bringing us towards the divine. Okay, we can also do a calming and relaxation so we can sleep better tonight. And, how about unlimited health? All right, and so we can all be well, and healing door to all diseases. Let's check for long-term therapy and start. Okay, so we have everything running. We have our Angel Guard prayer wheel, that beautiful add-on that we have, and quantum prayer here, and the third eye stimulation going on. While this is also running, we can put our body viewer. Okay, we have added our piggyback risk items. Let's do an unconscious choice. Ooh, oh. It's clearing our aura, and so that's a good indication. Maybe that's why also in the beginning our life force was low. So we need to clear that. We'll get into that. Okay. By doing the unconscious choice, it's loading here everything that we need in our unconscious communication, subspace field. So this is still working. Let that run. Okay, so it appears that, okay, here we want all the rectification percentages to be over 85. So let's just do a little quickie here on the throat chakra. And stomach digestion to get everything over 85. And the future projection, it appears that some of us may be worried about the future and what it holds ahead. Let's clear that out. Second time, you know, the more that it's needed, the more issue it may be. So it's picking up on something on one of us, again, a third time. Things that tend to rectify easily is not much of an issue, but things that you need to do a couple of times is more of an issue. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to do a 3-minute here on upper chakra release. Now, when we do, here we have lower chakra, middle chakra, and upper chakra, and these are connected with a timer, right? By kind of focusing on the upper chakra release, it helps with releasing emotional issues and clearing the mind. So this is really important when we're doing subspace and spiritual work, okay? Now, depending always on your intention, and because I'm not working on something really specific on a person that I know that what we need to be done, what needs to be done, I'm more working in general for all of us. So, you know, just so that we don't have worry of the future, you know, we're at peace, we feel good, etc., etc. That's why that's why I chose the upper chakra release. Now, we will do this over and over again till it says therapy is excellent and no more therapy is needed. This is really important because that means you got it. Okay, you got it up there at a good percentage. Yes, Jennifer. Yes, hello, Jennifer. Yes, this is being recorded. So I'm sorry about the confusion with the time zones. I thought, we said Athens, Athens, Greece time. Yeah, so this is recorded so you can see the beginning. I think Peter will be putting it, and Quantum Medical will be putting it on our channel on YouTube probably on Monday. So everybody can see a repeat from the beginning, whoever lost the beginning, because I did go over some theory that's really, I think, important in understanding the software better, okay, and its applications. So what we do here in the upper chakra release, we're waiting for the excellent, okay? So you notice no messages came up. So what I usually do here on, I will lower the timer. I'll put it at 1 minute and I'll do it again and again till we get that excellent message coming up, giving me the indication that, we got it at a right level, and the autoscaler and the fractals sent that communication. We're getting back the communication from all of us that we have lowered the intensity of, let's say, worry, fear, any resistance to change. And here I would like a little bit, since we're, waiting for this, to talk about resistance to change, because this is, a lot of people have resistance to change, and there's also that unconscious resistance to change that people have that we don't even realize that we have. Resistance to change is always there. And resistance to change refers to any psychological or emotional behavioral barriers that individuals or groups may exhibit. There we go. I'll continue with the resistance to change. This is what I was looking for. Therapy is excellent and no more therapy is needed. So you do it over and over again till you get excuse me one moment, bear with me. The therapy is excellent. Okay. This is what I was looking for. So we can close this, and this is what I want to do here. Add the Schumann wave. I am going to do hololinguistic therapy along with Rife, sending out the intention of what I want to do. And you can put, I don't know if, what level all of you are at, and if you know how to work the hololinguistics, but, here you can put primary diseases, organs, and emotional blockages, but you could also put, as a primary disease, let's say resistance to change. If you really want to work that, or evil superimposition, or what have you. You can work, spiritual stuff here as well, and putting that intention in. So resistance to change, and I will tell you what I mean and why I do the resistance to change. Organ relation, I could put, kidneys for fear, liver for anger, let's say, and toxicity, blood, hormones, and how about all? Emotional blockage. We can again put resistance to change, but double space always between the things that you want to put. You can put fear, you can put phobia, you can put worry, okay? And Rife Generator, we can put 528 for the miracle frequency, or even, 982 for, how about, I'm going to put 982 for that spiritual order and balance. And a scale generator at 2,400,000. And amplify in dB at 33, and set the program at 120, and automatic interaction, intermittent. And let's put the timer here at 3 minutes and start. Okay, so we're sending out that intention of what we're doing, sending out, Rife Generator frequency, spiritual order, and we have 3 minutes. Let's talk a little bit about, oh, thank you, Peter. Yeah. So there we are with the recording that will have it. We have quite a few webinars there, and you can find them. Okay, so resistance to change, as I said, it refers to any psychological, emotional, or behavioral barriers. It's a natural response and it's rooted in various factors, including fear of the unknown, uncertainty about certain outcomes, attachment to a certain status quo, concerns about a loss or a disruption. Understanding and addressing resistance to change is crucial for successful implementing and, personal transformations. Key factors contributing to resistance to change is the fear of unknown. stepping into an unfamiliar territory, let's say. This can trigger anxiety, uncertainty of what the future may hold. People may resist change because they feel uncomfortable or threatened. Loss of familiarity. Even if the event situation is not ideal, people may resist change because they're accustomed to existing routines, processes, and relationships. So the prospect of losing familiar structures or patterns can evoke these feelings of nostalgia and discomfort, thus resistance to change. Maybe a perceived threat to security. Change can disrupt established roles, power dynamics, job responsibilities, leading individuals to perceive that there's a threat of security or stability. Fear of job loss, let's say, or reduced status or diminished influence can fuel resistance to change. Lack of trust or communication. That's why we need to have adequate explanation, consultation, involvement. Mistrust and skepticism leads to resistance to change. Sometimes habits or cognitive bias, habits and breaking established routines and thought patterns sometimes, can trigger resistance to change. So strategies to help people address resistance to change is, better communication, transparency, involvement, making the person participate and being involved. Education and training is good, and offering learning skills, leadership and role modeling, development, demonstrating commitment, recognition and rewards. All these are practices that help a person reduce resistance to change. And these, just giving you these hints because they are important, as since you do consult people and you help people, they're important to know to help a person, not only on a subspace level or energetic level, but also through consulting them, okay, and helping them get over and understanding them better. Okay, so let's see how we did. We did 67%. So we can do this over and over again. Let's do one more minute. Let's do it one more minute and start again to get a better percentage. We want to build our momentum and reduce that worrying and fear. Okay. How are you feeling? I really hope you do all sleep wonderfully tonight and wake up tomorrow morning refreshed. Or those of you who have a different time zone, well, the rest of your day to be better, because I'll be putting you on all night. I'm going to be leaving the device all night on, and I'm going to be showing you how I do that. So let's see what percentage we got now by doing an extra minute. 81%. So, okay, for now, I'm not going to do it again because of time purposes. I do want to show you some other things, but I would do it one or two times till I get at least 85% up here. Okay. Having said that, let me close one moment. I want to do here the body scan and face therapy, and I'll be going back again and doing the polymorph, which is important. But a stronger approach to the polymorphic aura scan is first doing the body scan, preparing the body and going deeper through the polymorphic dimensions there. So let's scan all. So while that's running, let's look at our body viewer, which stopped, and let's look at our aura cleanse. Okay, look at that. You see, because we've already worked on our aura, and we're doing our quantum prayers and that beautiful add-on quantum prayer that we have, and it's just a wonderful, full of love, huge aura that we all have. Okay, let that run, and I'm going to put sacred geometry. Yeah, friends. Yeah, you're totally right, and you're correct. These some of these webinars are addressing possibly people who have done some basic training on all these modalities, and it would be great if you can be a part of our technician and specialist courses, and we can help you more, because there is a lot of information. But I'm always free. Let us know, let Quantum Medical know what items and other webinars that we can further do webinars on. We like to do webinars every month. So hopefully by the end of May, we'll arrange another webinar as well. And, I'm happy to do webinars of topics that, you all wish me to do something on. So let us know, give us ideas, and we'll cover whatever you wish. But yeah, it is a lot of information. You're absolutely right. It would be great if, some of you can be a part of our technician and specialist courses, because we do offer all these courses, and we go through all panels really intensely, and we also have fun doing them together. Sure is. Okay, side. Okay, so what if you notice what I'm doing now, I was talking, and my finger goes automatically, and I'm doing therapy. Sorry. I'm going through each side, front, side, right panel, to clear all the foci, right? Sorry about that. Yeah. So, I clear the object is clearing all the foci so that there's no foci around there. And what this does is the foci are usually traumas that are embedded in our aura. They're traumas that we have obtained throughout our lifetime, okay? And they're there. Broken hands, physical traumas, emotional traumas, whatever, okay? So we cleared all the foci, and now our object is to align our chakras. So we go down here in cybernetic correction, and we align our chakras. So we're clearing the aura and trying to align. We do it over and over again. The object is for all our chakras to get aligned, and the colors of the aura to be full. I'll show you. And we see here, oops, look at this. This little thing here on the right shows that there's some kind of energetic frequency superimposition or what have you on the right of us. Okay, so we need to clear that. We do over and over again the retrain. These are the colors that we do want, but still our chakras are not aligned, so we need to do this over and over again. Now we see our snags, anxiety, projection, unrealistic, some sadness, and there we go with the resistance to change. So possibly some fear or insecurities going on there. Okay, and you see, we need to do it over and over again. You see, what I noticed, if I was just working with one person, this would have corrected quicker. But now that we're working on over 100 people, it takes a little bit more time, right? So now we've got it done. The color is till the outer rim, beautiful, color, soft color, clear color, and the chakras all aligned. So now we're ready. Now, what I would do now, to tell you the truth, if I did have time, I would go into the skin rejuvenation and harmonize to divine light and divine light to pineal gland. But I don't have time right now, so I'm not going to do that. But, some ideas, you can do that. These are beautiful, okay, to do. And really does, because by activating your pineal gland, you activate melatonin as well and relaxation. Let's go back into universal biofeedback therapy training and electrophysiological oscillation. And let's go to the polymorphic subspace, polymorphic trans, and start. And let's clear all our dimensions there. Okay, thereby clearing again all past traumas, all, energetic fields around all our dimensions. There's so much that we can do on our device that it's never ending. I mean, there's so many programs and on spiritual training and the NLP and the biofeedback systemic relaxation. There's amazing programs there in the biofeedback systemic relaxation. There's the body to soul connection, okay, helping the body and the soul come together. That's especially great for people who you see that they're really off somehow, their soul and their body really off. Connection to the universe, okay, being connected into the unity of the universe. But I always like to use the unconscious choices. The unconscious choices help guide me for a better therapy of what we are also ready to accept as a therapy, because that's also important. I've noticed that I do get better results when I do use the unconscious choices of what our unconscious chooses. Sometimes I want to, lead the way, but the unconscious, remember, it's threefold. It's us, the device, and the recipient. And the recipient, which is all of us all together, may be asking for something else. So I always like to ask the unconscious. And I'll show you how. Okay, so a quick way, what we do is we click on everything here so that everything can be grayed out and cleared. Remember, we're setting the way for a therapy, a long-term therapy to be done all night. Now, I'm clearing the spiritual. I'm relaxing all of you. Remember, one of the therapies that it did say for us in the beginning was degeneration and metabolic error. Remember in the top right. So I'm considering that maybe I'll leave it on metabolic dysfunction for all night, which covers metabolic dysfunction, covers immunity, digestion, hormones, which is actually a great therapy. I like working metabolic dysfunction. Okay. I see great results with that, especially when I put it all-nighter. Okay, I've cleared all, these traumas, relaxed the other person, and they're ready to absorb the next step of what I'm going to go in. So, but let's see what our unconscious also chooses. Oh, you see, because we're so many people, it's taking more time. This is interesting, right? Okay, a little bit more. We're getting closer. I could put more piggybacks, but I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want, any part of my system to get overloaded. The reason is because I have also the webinar running on my laptop and, the recordings, etc. So I'm just going to leave it at these 3 piggybacks plus the add-on here, our angel guard prayer. There we go. So we got all our dimensions cleared. So now we're ready. I can do, if I want, also the expand and the spiritual training here, but I'm not going to do it now, okay, because time is running out, and I know I've kept you so late, but I do want to show you some other things here. So, normally I would go to NLP, and there are so many therapies here that you can do. But let's do an unconscious choice of therapy, see what comes up. Okay, open mind therapy, stimulate emotional growth, stimulate memory function. I can do some of those. Let's go into the unconscious choices here. Connective tissue, addiction release to thoughts too, and vestibular system repair. Maybe some of us is having issues with their ears and their hearing, or balance probably. Lyme's-like disease, pain management for migraines. Okay, and electrotranscendental meditation and expanding consciousness. Remember, as spiritual training, as part of the theory that I mentioned in the beginning, meditation is also an aspect here that, we can help a person get into, especially with subspace spiritual training. That's a good one. Superpowers, echolocation, being here and there at the same time, and we are doing subspace working. That's interesting, the echolocation. Synesthesia and telekinesis for moving objects, okay, making things happen with telekinesis. It's not only moving objects, but making things happen. That's interesting, right? Okay, I'm just showing you different things and just explaining what they may mean. Spiritual order, there we go. Theta brainwave, and cranial cosmic conscious chakra. Okay, how about the magic window? I like this one too. Treat all miasms. Mental plane for a lot of thoughts. Okay, so you can choose which one: body, mind, spirit, social environment. That's also a good one too. All of them are great. Use your intuition of what best may suit you. Okay, and when you're working, you can also go into your biofeedback systemic through your NLP. And what I mentioned before was the body to soul connection, depending on, what issues may come up. Let's see, unconscious choice. Heat, maybe heat is for inflammation. And remember, in our risk panel, inflammation was the number one. That's for inflammation and pain. Spiritual attack or oppression. There we go. And remember, our aura was also, something's going on there. Okay. Remember in the beginning, when we did our body viewer, we had a lot of black clouds there. And treating phlegm, phlegm also for inflammation. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what else comes up. Unconscious choices are always good ones. So subconscious negativity, there we go, for resistance to change and fear, stabilizing speech, and sensory disorders. Okay, so you understand what I'm doing. I would just choose some of the most logical therapies here that my recipient would need. Okay, that under my intuition, out of all these suggestions. Now, the next thing that I would do is in order for me to program it for an all-nighter, what I usually do is go here. I go to timed cybernetic therapies, and I go to time treatments, and look, hormone treatment came up. Hormone treatment. Now, hormones is just about everything. We have a webinar on the hormones too, and hormones it's all our biochemistry. It's everything in our system. That's our unconscious choice. So that's the one I would use. So what I do is I put everything on max. I put 90 minutes here. I check for therapy to continue indefinitely. I can add to therapy here and say here, let's say resistance to change. Okay, double space, fear, worry, I can put an affirmation here. I am at peace. I feel loved and protected. Okay. And load. Okay. And close. And click. And there you have it. You have created the basis, the momentum, and you've programmed your program to work an all-nighter. Okay? And that's it. And that's how I normally do a subspace program for an all-nighter. Now, at the end, we have found that quantum biofeedback or entanglement phenomena, we've found that people have more improved focus and clarity, increased positivity, enhanced motivation. So logically, in the morning, you're going to wake up, feel more refreshed, and feel these things. So in summary, while the idea of sending intentions to the universe might not be scientifically validated, it plays a significant role in spiritual practices of many people around the world. And it can serve a very powerful personal development tool, helping individuals define their goals and maintain focus on achieving them. I've helped a lot of people through this, and a lot of my patients sometimes when they can't come, or my family, etc. I hope you've enjoyed our subspace quantum entanglement lesson today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I really appreciate you taking the time with us. I love you all. Send us, your messages, your thoughts, your next ideas of what you want our next webinar to be on. We're open to ideas. Sending you lots of love and wishing you a beautiful weekend. Bye. Thank you so much.